I got my heatless curls in. We are making a pumpkin face mask. The broth is simmering, the tea is hot, and we are full swing in all of the autumn things. There is an Anne Shirley quote from the Ellen Montgomery books, and it says, "Looking forward to things is half the pleasure of them." And I think that's why I love the seasons so much. And I so enjoy living in a place that has 4 distinct seasons. And other than summer, I always look forward to a new season starting. But you see, cozy season is my favorite because all the things are more fun. Well, to me anyway, in the cozy season. And I just love all of the smells and that feeling of the air being chilly and crisp, but warming yourself with a fire or with some steam or a cozy fuzzy sweater or throw. It is just the best. So I'm making a pumpkin face mask to celebrate, and I have in here pumpkin puree, Greek yogurt, raw honey. Raw honey I also use in my homemade face cleanser. Raw honey is really good for the skin. And I'm going to put a little bit of an oil into here. This is pumpkin seed oil, but there's a lot of different kinds of oils you can add. I just added some cinnamon, and then I'm gonna add a few drops of this vanilla oil. Not necessary, but it kind of makes it smell like a pumpkin pie, and I'm into that. I'm gonna use the rest of the pumpkin puree to make my pumpkin custard that I always talk about because it's one of my favorite desserts, and it's from our Fully Nourished recipe book. It is so delicious, and it has all kinds of nourishing ingredients and no processed sugar. And this is in our new DIY beauty and skin guide. So I made a 135-page digital recipe book with all homemade DIY clean skin and beauty recipes. It's PDF print quality, all kinds of beautiful pictures and recipes, but it's also a gift guide. So I have the recipes in there, tips on storage and how to use it, and then there's a little section at the bottom of each recipe on how you can turn that homemade beauty or skincare product into a gift. So that took a while, but it was really fun to make because I really liked going back and digging into all of those recipes and figuring out some things that I want to get my hands into and make for fall and winter, and also some things that I'm deciding that I want to make as gifts for other people this year. Okay, so this seems ready, so I'm just going to apply this to my skin. Don't be scared. It's gonna look a little crazy, but it's very nourishing and good for the skin. It's also edible, but I'm not gonna do that. Also going to be blending up some bath salts, and I have my lip exfoliator made, and I have to make some new body scrub because the air is getting drier, my skin's getting drier. I'm noticing it on my hands and a little bit here. So I want to get all of my salves made and my exfoliators made. We are on our way. You tip tapping? Oh, the pumpkin smells good. You can't eat that. Not yet. I know. Pumpkin, there's yogurt, I know. But this is not for you. This is for my face. But you could have pumpkin in your lunch and yogurt. What do you think? I also think that the foundation of all good, it's not a snack, baby, of all good self-care is fully nourishing our bodies and our minds and our spirits. And the food we eat has a major impact on so many aspects of our life. And I think if people really fully knew how much the food they ate impacted not only their physical health, but even their mental well-being, we would all really be on a journey to changing our habits with that. So I do have some broth, some meat stock simmering on the stove. I'm gonna have when that is all done, and that's one of my favorite things in the cooler months, especially, to just have that broth always kind of simmering on the stove, always going, always making a new batch to make sure we have enough. I know. And nourishing my puppies too. And what we do to the inside will come out on the outside. So we gotta deal with the inside first. And then of course we have all these fun things we can do on the outside. And there's so many things that we can do from the things right in our kitchen. Shall we make some apple cider, friends? I think we shall. You can make apple cider in a regular pot on low simmer on your stovetop, or you can also make apple cider in your crock pot. And of course I have a recipe for you, and I will link it for you in the description box. Depending on how much you plan on making, the amounts will change, but you will need, of course, some apples. You will need a few cloves, you will need some cinnamon sticks, optional but highly recommended, a vanilla bean pod, and also optional but highly recommended, some orange. I do think the flavors of orange and apple together are quite lovely, and I prefer to drink my apple cider hot. If you're looking for some warmth of flavors or some tummy soothing properties, you can always grate in some ginger to this recipe. And when you're all done brewing and you're ready to enjoy your apple cider, you can add some optional sweetness. I highly recommend either doing some real maple syrup, which adds a really nice depth of flavor, or some raw honey. This looks crazy, but this smells and feels so good. I just use paintbrushes to put on my face masks. There's a hibiscus face mask that's in my recipe book, and it's one of my favorites. I use it all the time. I would love to know in the comments what some of your favorite autumn self-care activities are and things that you do to rest your mind and to rejuvenate your body. The herbal tea blend that I have in the book is great as a skin glow tea and also really good for seasonal changes. So my friend Sonia sent me this beautiful kettle. Shout out to you, Sonia. Thank you so much. I love things that feel special. I don't know, I'm just that kind of gal, but it's so beautiful, and it has an infuser inside. So I've been placing my herbs into the infuser, into the netting, and filling it with hot water and letting that infuse for about 25 minutes, and then enjoying my herbal tea. I have had so much benefit over the years from using herbs as tea and as infusions and inside my skincare, and so I'm so grateful for that medicine that was put all over the earth by our wonderful creator. So I am definitely always up for a nice herbal early morning tea. I don't do caffeine until I've had my water and my herbal tinctures and my colostrum and my breakfast. I don't have caffeine or my black tea till after that, so I usually do some sort of an herbal tea blend first thing in the morning and sometimes before bed because I don't want to do any sort of black tea or green tea right before bed. One of the things I really enjoy doing all year is making things feel special, even when they are seemingly so tiny or simple. I really like romanticizing the small things, and I consider that a form of self-care and caring for my mind and for my body. I am a big smell person. I have a very sensitive sense of smell. So bad smells, very bad. Good smells are just such an extra experience for me, and so I love having a big simmer pot all year long, but really in the cozy season it's so good because the steam's coming off and the house is full of all those good smells. I have a blog post on autumn simmer pots. If you want to check that out, I will link that for you. But I got this clear glass pot just so I could make the experience more special again, or just a little bit extra. And that's okay. It's okay to be extra sometimes. It's the little things in this crazy world, right? So I do hope, friends, that you enjoyed today's video. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your precious day to come here and spend a piece of it with me on the mountain. All of the things from today's video will be linked in the description box and in the comments below. And I want to give a big shout out to our members and our patrons. I appreciate all of you so very much, and I love you. And Lord willing, I will see each and every one of you, precious and beautiful souls, right here on the next one. Stay cozy, friends.